For those of us going through a spiritual awakening, it can be so difficult to trust that whatever turns up is the right thing. 2 years ago, my life fell apart, and just the fear that came up in me was just hideous. It was, I lost my home, I lost my health, and lost my relationship. And it was working through that stuff. What at the time, it was just sheer, it wasn't even terror. I couldn't even comprehend the level of my life falling apart. And yet somehow it was all right. They say people without hope are the ones that kill themselves, and I've definitely been without hope in this last couple of years, but somehow I managed to make it through to the next day, and then the next day was different. Right now I'm in Costa Rica, and it's with the fear that I don't know what comes next. It's like there's amazing stuff happening, and I said to a friend of mine, I feel crazy because it's like, is this the right thing to do? I've come down here to heal my body, worked through a lot of emotional stuff. It's taken a lot of strain on my body, and I need to get kind of everything working properly again, put on weight, get my health back, get that stamina. And I said to a friend of mine, am I crazy? And he said, look, well, you've done it before. I found myself in Ecuador a year ago with very little money, and kind of just sitting with those hugely low vibration feelings, that grieving process, the sitting with what's happened in my life, and you sit with the regret and the fear and the anger, the loneliness, just hideous. But by one kind of working through one low vibration at a time, I've got to a place where I don't have those low feelings every day. I don't wake up with that hideous knot in my stomach wishing that I hadn't woken up. And that for me is just, and now it's about trusting what comes next. I'm not quite sure what comes next. But it's always all right. And it's that, for me, I always wanted certainty in my life, and it's that fear of sitting with the fear of not knowing what comes next is the growth, and that is the spiritual awakening, because spiritual awakening is a painful process which rips all of the illusions that I hold away from me, and that's heinous. That's really painful. But what it leaves me with is my true authentic self, this kind of what I really want with my life. Or it leaves me with nothing, as an empty shell, and I get to fill it up. There are still some things that I don't kind of know what I want in my life, but I do know that I want people with a spiritual connection. I want to find people who are my tribe and that I connect with, and the more I'm open to that, and just rather than working out exactly what the details are, the more it happens. And down here I've already bumped into kind of loads of people, let's say 4, who are absolutely core tribe members of mine, and they leave in a couple of days. And it's so often the case that I find that I meet these wonderful people and then they're gone. But it's the connection that I have at the time which shows me that that connection is absolutely there, and just by pushing on, I get to have more of it in my life. And one day I'll find a place and settle down, and just because I don't know where it is now, today, doesn't mean it's not going to happen. For me, that's the growth. It's sit with the uncertainty. That's some hard stuff. But right now I'm on a beach in Costa Rica, and I am not complaining whatsoever. I love it here, and I've put on 1 kilo in weight. I'm getting stronger because I can start doing yoga again and eating the right stuff. It's, you know what, one day at a time, my life is getting better, and I'm grateful for that. This journey, this kind of incredible spiritual awakening that is so painful, is giving me what I want, which is amazing. Thanks for watching.